So this is the area I'm living in right now, and which I'm gonna spend about a month in total for like 16,500 baht, which is a really nice price. So it's what I call simple accommodations, but it's got what I need. One fan, two fan. This one makes a lot of noise starting up and takes like 5 minutes for it to wind down, but that's what it's there for. Oh, yeah, some shelves. Got some extra hangers from the mother here. It's a family that runs this place. Also got the extra cutlery so I can make some food in the room. Some extra water, my cooling bag for the meds, small fridge, and I got to borrow their microwave, and also this extra adapter. So this is the bathroom. Got a nice view if you're tall enough. Again, very simple, probably built in the 70s or something. So it's just is what it is, but hey, always nice to have running water and electricity. So I'll show you something funny with the toilet later. Of course, then this is the veranda or porch. This is the view. Actually, I am the only customer so far. She's talking about wanting to open the tent, but I'm like, hey, I think you're open already. So first one in Halabala Resort in Kho Lanta. Just put my bag there for an extra table also. And of course you can see it is what it is. So here we can see straight through, so you can see I put up some tape to keep the ants and the bugs out. Yeah, but not complaining. Really nice family running this place, and whatever you need, they're gonna help you out. Like they let me borrow their microwave. Yeah, not a bad place to be. Yeah, the toilet. Let me show you this. This is kind of funny. This shows you that this was built after the standard in the, what shall we call it, 60s and 70s, when the silver Thai. This is not too big, but still, you get to do what you need to do. This is the Lanta Alabala resort that I am living at. Just stroll down the road there. There are some of the cabins. There are 10 of them, 20 units, and that's our uncle doing some farming project. And then I'm going down this road here. Basically, there's some really nice people on the streets. And this is also for sale for 20 million baht. Or for rent. So now I'm down at the main road that goes along the whole coastline here. It's probably about like 500,000 meters with different kinds of stores. Areas like this pop up all over the route. From like 300-400 meters with different kinds of shop, take care of all the basic needs, up to a little big one. And the big one is the biggest one is of course where you arrive at the dock. which is in this direction about maybe 15-20 minutes. And everything moves at a slow pace here, which I really enjoy. And they say even at the high season it's quite relaxed here. Everything closes early, you know. So I've been driving probably 15 minutes from where I live. Go to another street closer to the beach, probably just in front of it, because I could see like a resort, restaurant, everyone was like go through to beach. And then I got to like Ramai Beach, I think was the name. I didn't go down because, as you can see, it's pretty rocky, but a fantastic view. So I'm going back, find a nice place with a nice view to have my first breakfast here in Kho Lanta. And yeah, I forgot to bring my driving license. And I should also have like an international one, so I just hope the police doesn't stop me. At least I'm wearing my helmet. So let's see. So I'm back where this is like the start of the road that goes along the beach. And it's basically small restaurants, shops, resorts everywhere in all different kinds of styles, and it looks like price ranges. But I want to see the beach now and get something to eat, so I'm stopping at the first place, which is this, which looks pretty nice. And this is the beach next to the restaurant. I'm not sure, but I think this is what they call the Long Beach. It's a big beach and not a lot of people. But then again, we're just now in the start of the high season. And from what I've seen down here, the high season is still quite quiet. You can find a place for yourself everywhere. And you can see you have all these small shops along the beach, but nothing like big permanent buildings, and everything is quite quiet. This is where I'm going to have my breakfast now, and I'm going to find the hidden beach, or paradise beach, or freedom beach. Some kind of beach like that. Every place has one. So, got my sandals off, sitting at the restaurant, getting grounded, looking at the menu, and of course the prices here are really nice. Compared to other tourist places in Thailand, they have some really nice prices here. So, and they got some creamy chicken soup, so I'm probably gonna try that. Maybe some kiwi smoothie, but first a cup of tea and just take it all in. So, got my sandals off, gonna walk the beach, have a look around. So I had like a chicken soup with garlic bread, a pot of tea, and a kiwi smoothie, and that was like 280 baht. So let's say that equals something like 100 Norwegian kroners. So the prices in Kho Lanta is really good when it comes to food. And of course the food was really good also. See a lot of different people, they do ratings and all these things, but I mean there's good places everywhere. And you just look where the local people eat, then you know it's a good place with good prices. But then any restaurant might just be as good as the other when you have to choose if there's nobody there. As you can see, there's not many people here. It's still not the high season. And as I think I said before, even in the high season, it's not crowded here. which you can understand because this is a long nice beach. And same in Kho Lanta, you know, if there's not too much hostels and places to live, then it won't be too crowded. That's the problem with some of these places, especially on the mainland. The islands, they seem to understand it a little bit better, especially those in this area. Close to Malaysia, a lot of Muslim people live here, really nice people, but everything goes in a slower pace. Like when you come to a restaurant, waiting to order, waiting for your food, it's not like gonna be there straight away. It's a different pace, it's a slow pace, which is really nice. And as you can see, there's still a lot of cannabis shops in Thailand. There were some new rules coming which would exclude all the small shop, but it seems like that rule didn't go through, which happens a lot in Thailand. There's new rule coming about visa and all different things, but some of them they go through, they follow up, and other they just lay dormant. And I know there's a weed farm here in Kho Lanta. I was thinking maybe go check that one out, but the prices from what I can see here is quite cheap. It says on the signs like 1 gram 200 baht, and then you can get like 50 gram for like 1000 baht, but that's not the green, that's like the brown stuff. I'm not sure what they call it. So you can see here there's not much people, but some really nice places. It's going to be interesting to see at the end of the month if there's a lot more people here. Big bag. And you can see there's some tourists, some Farangs. It's a really nice and quiet area. I like this, and it's not far from where I'm living, so when I don't have a bike, this beach is probably where I'm gonna spend most of my time, get most of my meals, and probably later I'm gonna walk back, but then I'm gonna walk on the road so you can see a little bit of how that looks, because it looks like a really nice road. Maybe walking at night if you want to go out a little bit. Of course, there's no party places here like compared to other places. You can hear the music booming like in Phuket and other places. It's hard to find like a quiet place. This is not a problem here, so might be good to know if you want to go partying. Kho Lanta is probably not the right place to go. This is more for relaxing. And that's funny, when I've been driving, like everybody's driving slow. It's like nobody's in a hurry. Everybody's just like out on their small private guided tours, renting a bike or a car. Mostly bikes, of course. That looks like a massage place, and I still haven't had a massage since I came here, so I'm probably gonna get one today. But I gotta say, I feel really good when it comes to arthritis. I'm already thinking just quit my medicine, see how it goes. Because this here, this is medicine too. You know, getting grounded, being barefoot, eating a lot of fruit, smoothies, and of course the sun, a lot of vitamin D. All that isn't bad. Now to get to Kho Lanta, you can of course fly to Malaysia, Langkawi, and just go from there straight into Thailand. First island is Kho Lanta, which is one of the most beautiful islands I've seen down here. It's only like 30-minute boat ride from Malaysia. Or if you come from Phuket, I would recommend to go by boat. The boat trips are much more interesting than sitting on a bus or a car. But the best place I would say is if you can fly to Krabi, because when you're in Krabi, you're basically in the middle of it. When it comes to like fresh oceans, a lot of islands, a lot of things to do, I would actually recommend go straight to Krabi. Then you can just go eye hopping every day in every direction. See the building here, the building everywhere, we can see that. That's a little bit like Thailand, you know, sometimes things just fall apart and they just build another place. See, you can still see, well, you can see the end of the beach now, I would guess. And this is the direction which I started. You can see all the way back in the end. That's where I started walking. Yeah, maybe walk a little bit more. This is some nice bungalows at the beach. When I started traveling, I was living at places like this, but more simple bungalows, not with the air conditioner and everything. And back in the days, that wasn't too expensive, especially if you're not like the high season. You could get it at a really nice price. Now I would guess something like that, I'm gonna check it later, but at least 2,000 baht. I would not be surprised even more. But then again, if you're not here for a long time and just want to relax, it's a really nice place to stay. And of course, compared to the price in Europe, it's still a bargain. You see some private bungalows. It's a really nice back also. They have their own big backyard next to the beach and the ocean. Massage. And you can see here there's a little bit more people on this little stretch of the beach. Beach bar, yeah. Lanta Natural Beach Bar. In nature. Yeah, it's supposed to be nature. On the top it says now, not sure what that means. It's actually a little bit of music here. As you can hear, this is like nothing compared to most other places. Some friendly tourists, hopefully. Some beach bungalows here also. Probably go by later, just check what the price is, just in case I can find something really nice to a nice price. Maybe I just stay a little bit longer, who knows, because I'm not sure where I'm going after this first month. But I think I'm gonna head to Kho Lanta or something, on like the other side of Thailand, close to Cambodia. Meet a couple from England that we met in Koh Lipe last year, or well, in the beginning of this year. Really nice people, and they're gonna spend 1 month there, so maybe do some island hopping there, maybe cross into Cambodia, do my visa run, hopefully without any problems. Don't want to end up back in airport prison. That wasn't the best experience, but well, it was only a day, so what can you do? hopefully learn from it. Do the designated visa runs. That's the safest way to go. But of course, I would also highly recommend to do like a 3-4 day trip out of it, and then maybe go by sea instead of just rushing it back and forth. You can make like a trip out of it, visit some different islands, jump into Malaysia maybe, and then back to Thailand and Kho Lanta. Then you go visit Zodiac Beach. It's probably gonna be the best memory from that trip. Mr. Lake Bar happy hour, we are open. I think I'm gonna cross in here somewhere, head on back, but don't take the road so you can see how that is. I mean, look at that, that is nice. Imagining settling down at a place like this. Too bad. This is a nice resort too. Got massage, nice garden, and they got the tennis. I love that. That is nice. And the good thing is, when you have these resorts like this, with swimming pools, restaurants, massage places, I've never been stopped going into any of them. I just make sure I eat, leave some money, and then I use the pool or the facilities. If it's like a gym, of course, then you have to ask, but if it's the pool area, things like that, recreations, just make sure to leave some money, and I never had a problem. Now I'm just gonna walk through here and get to the street, which I'm pretty sure is through here. Well, you can say private area. I get that. Maybe do a little bit more concealing the film. Don't want to provoke anybody unnecessary, of course. This is nice. Nice pool area. Yeah, I could live here. Maybe go in and check out what the prices are, just for fun. As I said earlier, similar place down the road, maybe not this good because I didn't have a pool. I would guess, well, at least 2,000 baht per day. But I'm gonna check this one out. Now we're coming into the street. Yeah, I was here earlier. I was, because I was thinking about filming this from this side. Because after this place it starts to get a little bit more quiet. There's a lot to see. But it's more quiet. Thai Island Dream Estate. I was actually thinking about stopping here with my bike because I like this little corner. And this is like all the way. Nice little shops, tourist information, ATMs, whatever you need. Yeah, I only found this Thai Island Dream Estate office, which means that this is probably private property, private apartments. Because I couldn't find a reception in this area. Well, let's check out some more. This is a map of Lanta. The red one, that's where we're at now. And all the way on the top here, you can see the bridge. Town there, that's where all the boats come in. And then you have beach, all the way. And then across from that is Lanta Old Town, which also is a really, really nice old town with a lot of Chinese lanterns inspiration. Because it used to be like a trading point for the Chinese back in the days. And they settled down in the old town. Here's some more of the street next to the beach. Lanta Paradise Beach Resort. Like any of these resorts, you can just walk through if possible and get to the beach. And of course you got gasoline everywhere, 40 baht per liter, which is a nice price. I paid more than that. Lanta Nature Beach. Yeah. All nice. And this I also seen like parking spaces. They also have that for bikes around here, which is really nice if it gets too crowded, that you have these designated places so you don't have to park too many bikes and cars along the road and the restaurants. This is something I'm gonna try, maybe the 4-island trip. Umuk, I think it is, has some really nice diving site and something called the Emerald Cave or something. We basically dive through or under the cave, no, the mountains. I'm not the limestone. The most of the mountains are limestone, so you dive under the mountain, under the limestone, only like a meter deep, I think, to get to like a laguna. Seen some videos. That looks really, really nice. And also there seemed to be at least one really good diving site here. I mean, it's not like it was when I was in Australia, because that was just crazy how beautiful everything is. But Thailand still has some good diving sites, and I think I might try out one here. So I'm pretty sure I'm getting to the end of the road now. And this is really the laundry service, 40 baht for a kilo. Now that is really cheap. I mean, in Phuket now I think it's 50 baht. But in the old days it used to be like 100 baht. So it's quite strange. While most prices have gone up, for some reason the prices of laundry has gone down. Guess it has to do with these automatic washing places now. But still, cross the road here. Still, like, imagine like 20 years ago, laundry was double the price. And another thing that is much cheaper now is taxis. Like I paid almost 1,000 baht, like 800 baht to get from the pier here to my place, which isn't exactly very cheap, but it is what it is, and when you choose to pay it, you choose to pay it. But in the places where they now have Grab and things like that, you can really travel for cheap if you're just going from 5-10 minutes ride or whatever, or a longer ride. You just order Grab and you get really good prices compared to the tuk-tuk and the taxis. A lot of the local taxis, they also do Grab now. So I guess that's in somehow a win-win situation. I mean, then again, like 20 years ago, when me and Guy was down here, like a 5-minute tuk-tuk ride in Phuket. That was like 400 baht. Same route right now is probably like, well, 100 baht. Yeah. So yeah, I guess for everybody that's been to Thailand a couple times, thinking about prices and knowing about prices, they said hello, so gotta return the favor. Well, if you know Thai prices, then you see that the Thai prices here are very, very good. This is across from the beach, and these are very, very small bungalows, but to be honest, you don't really need that much down here. You spend a lot of time outside, or you can spend a lot of time outside, and as long as you got a fan, air condition, like a cooling bag or an ice box like I used to do. Of course, if you have a refrigerator, that is even better. This is what I call potential. Some smart solutions here. Murphy bed up against the wall, turns into table, things like that. You see, this is a lot bigger. But these bungalows, they are not very big. Would be interesting to know how much that is. Here you can see construction, which is basically everywhere you go in Thailand. Something is being built. So now it's a little bit more busy part of the street again. But it's a further walk than I was really thinking of having, but that's okay. I'll manage. Here's the local doctor. All here, doctors and well, I'm not sure what to call it, institutions. Well, basically doctors, things like that. You will always find both hospitals and private doctors, private firms. I've seen a lot of them just driving here from the pier. So if something should happen, you're probably in good hands also here. And you have to remember there's like 5,000, I think, give or take, locals living here all year round, or at least most of them are living here all year round. I know some people, when the high season is finished, they move back to mainland or have other businesses. But during the high season, they'll come work on the island at their family resorts or something like that. And then I can see the end of the street, and down there is my bike, which is okay right now. I got my daily walk. Oh, the place is next to the restaurant I was, when I was thinking maybe 2,000 baht or more. Well, here you see the prices. In the low season, 5,299. But the nice man here, he said that I could get a 20% discount in the low season. And when the high season starts, you see it's 6,699. So a little bit off my budget, but who knows, maybe one day. Because this is a really nice place. Okay, thank you very much. So a little bit more expensive than I was thinking. And that's the funny thing right now, I forgot my glasses inside the shop. Went back and of course they were there. I mean, this has happened so many times when I'm in Thailand. You know, you forget something, you go back that day, you go back the next day, and it's still there. I mean, you feel so safe in Thailand. And even if you lose something, or forget something, they will just keep it there for you. Like one guy lost his phone a couple days back in Phuket. Well, he didn't lose it. He forgot it. Came back like 3-4 hours later to the place I was sitting with my friends. And it was still there. And he was just like, oh my god, I thought I lost my phone. But if you lose something here, it's probably because you have a Farang roommate or something. Because the Thai, they are incredibly honest people. This is Muay Thai, very popular in Thailand. You find these training facilities everywhere. There's like 3 sparring groups in now. And look at the padding they have around the hips. That is some massive padding for that sparring partner there. So I'm back at the resort up in the mountains. It's my diving bear guarding the door. And a water bottle guarding the other one. This is where I came from. I probably showed you this before, so I'm not going to take too long with it. I just want to actually show you what I bought on the way back home. Go through some prices. And of course this place here, I was spending like 29 days or something. And the price for that was like 16,400 baht. So take that into perspective. The places I showed you at the beach, the bungalows, they were about like 6,000 per night. But I could get like a 20% discount. But it's not in the same price range, that's for sure. So this is more my style. So as I said, this was like 16,000 baht. And that is including the children's toilet. But hey, they borrowed me the microwave, gave me cutlery so I can eat in the room. Got my water bottle for noodles. A makeshift table over in the corner with my computer also on it. And some storage for some clothing. So, let's go and see what I bought. We can talk about the prices. Let's put it down here. Ding. So this one is basically just water. I think it's 3 liters, and that's like 43 baht, which is not bad at all. This is quite amazing because for all of this I paid 120 baht. This is some kind of pudding with the chocolate on top. King size crepe. Crepe, I don't know, never tried it before. Cream, she said it was like almost like cake. And then rice with egg and some meat and vegetables. So that's basically dinner, dessert and more dessert for 120 baht. That is cheap, very cheap. That looks good, doesn't it? And of course all the food I buy goes in the fridge, and if I have to store it outside the fridge, I store it as high up as possible because of all the bugs. You don't want them to sniff out your food because they will come again. What is just for a little cleaning. Milk, which is more expensive. This is 95 baht. And some Thai chocolate. Not too big, but this is 12 baht. And some vitamin C. Don't need vitamin D because when you're out in the sun, you get it. Anybody stores it. So I need some vitamin C, so I mix that normally with water. This is 12 baht. And some more fruit. Don't remember the name, but I've tried this before and this is really, really good. And let's see. And all of this is 296, so let's say 300 baht. And 300 baht, let's say in Norway, that's about 100 Norwegian kroners. So now I gotta pack all this away before the ants come to grab it. And of course this is not the biggest fridge. Already got it full of water, some food, and of course my medicine, which takes up a lot of space. But last year I bought a fishing box and some ice. But this year I have my medicine box, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. So I got these elements. And like a thermal bag. These are not frozen, just so you know. They're cold but not frozen. But still, this is going to help a lot. And of course you can rotate what you're drinking. Not everything has to be cold all the time. The most important thing is that you have enough to drink. So put them down there. Same with the chocolate. And we're good to go. My extra fridge.